Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code drasin12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Energy's up. Welcome to Rick's Corner. I have a friend of mine today that's been a friend of mine for many years, Clark Prince. We met at Gold's Gym years ago.
25 years ago.
Right.
It's all been a blur.
And that's when I first started training some wrestlers over there too.
Yes.
And some of your buddies trained with me, and we all have the same mutual friends in acting and stunt work and martial arts. And so Clark's been training a long time, and I think over the past couple of years you've changed your method of training with kettlebells and doing things that you didn't do before.
Yes, I changed a lot of that because as I was getting older, as everybody knows, you start to get hip injuries and a little stiff, and I felt as though that if I change up the game, so to speak, I wanted to get more mobility, so I started to learn how to use the RKC systems of kettlebells. I mean, I never was certified with RKC, but I had some good friends that we know helped me with that, and then I did my NASM certification and such, and it's worked wonders, to be honest, and getting up there in age, it's been a benefit, let's put it that way.
Yeah, but you know, even getting up there in age, and I've watched you train over the past year, you train harder now than you did years ago.
That's true.
You're doing exercise that I don't even think I could do, that I see you doing, and they're difficult, and I admire you for doing because they're difficult to do.
Yes, I guess at that time I don't think so. I mean, for a lot of people, I feel the gym is pretty cathartic. It certainly is for me. And if I kind of change up any of my routines, especially with kettlebells, or I get some more mobility, some flexibility, functional training and such, I really noticed a big difference even in strength and such. And yes, so I'd say that with the extra knowledge over the years, it's probably helped me quite a bit to train harder and even look a little better.
Oh, you look a lot better.
Yeah, thank you.
You definitely see a difference in your body.
Yeah.
How do the kettlebells feel? They feel heavy to me. I mean, even the light ones feel heavy.
Yeah, they do. They're actually, once you get the movement going, the momentum, like anything else, it would be a pendulum, or Pavel had his pendulum swing and such, and you're using your hips, you're using your glutes, and you do that properly, it's not as heavy as you may think, and using angles and being able to rotate quickly, and of course I warm up many times before, or many minutes rather, many different exercises before that. Sometimes if I come in cold, I pay for it later. So
how valuable do you think warm-ups are before you train?
Pardon?
Warm-ups, you think they're important?
Absolutely, unequivocally for anybody. I don't care how old you are. I just think that everybody should have that. That in their routine.
And I agree with you.
Yeah,
but I don't warm up.
Really?
I never have.
Really?
I don't know why it is. When I used to go in and bench, and I was a good bencher, I'd go in and I'd start 135, and I'd do like 12 reps. Okay, that's my first set. I don't count. That's my warm up.
Right.
Then I'd go from there. Today I walked in the gym and I was limited time. I'd go to the doctor. I did delts. So I started on the lateral machine, and that was my first exercise. I didn't do anything before then. So I did 30 reps, and then I started adding weight down to 7 reps. But that was my warm-up. I didn't stretch. I didn't do anything I had to do because time is limited.
Yes.
And so far I haven't really pulled anything by doing that. I mean, I've torn muscles, but not because of not the warm-up. How's your diet?
It's mediocre. I mean, at times, in the summer, like anyone else, I want to try to slim down a little bit. I'll eat a lot better. But for the most part, I kind of do an old formula of 65 to 70% protein, and then the 30% carbs and such. But yeah, I mean, I cheat like anyone else. I mean, I want to be able to live a full life, but I try to do as much cardio as I can. I do cardio at home, and I do stretch at home too, and I have my rollers and such, and
Yeah.
Looks like a medieval.
Well, the thing is that I went out the other night, I had a cinnamon roll, or I had a dessert, and someone says, "Wait, you're not watching your carbs." I said, "Why do I need to watch my carbs at my age? I'm not going to compete."
I know.
You know, I mean, I'll watch them to a good degree. I don't go crazy, but I don't have to cut them out because I'm not going to be competing and getting all ripped to shreds. It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, it's remarkable how other people are concerned what you're doing.
Now they watch every move you make. Oh, you don't look healthy, Rick. You've been sick. I was sick for a long time, and
Right.
yes, it did knock me out a little bit, and I lost some weight. When you're not carrying the bulk you did, I don't care. You understand? I don't care to be, 222 right now. I don't care to be 230 or 240. It's not healthy anyway.
Right.
And who am I trying to impress? I've been there and done it.
Right.
You know? The thing is to stay where you feel good.
Right, and I would think that the gym is a baseline for everybody to feel good. I think I like to call it, when I have people that'll ask me, "Why do you work out so much?" And I say, "Well, thanks for your concern, but I like to call it a bad habit because bad habits are hard to get rid of, and in essence, it's been, ironically, it's
Well, they do ask that
inversely,
question. Do you have to go to the gym? Do you have to eat like do I don't have to do anything except pay taxes. But I prefer to go because I do feel better, and so do
Sure.
you. And I've never heard anybody say, "Gee, I had a terrible workout." You work out, you feel good.
That's right. That's right.
You know, some people just aren't cut out to go to a gym. They'd
That's
rather
true.
do something else. So you pick a sport that you're good at, it's fun for you. Tennis is great. Handball is great. You want to jog, that's good. I don't like it. But you can find things that work for you that are good.
I heard there's sedentary exercises like armchair generals, people that getting online and battling it out with other people
On
in the
keyboards,
comments. It's
yeah.
keyboard generals, call it what you will.
The
Yes.
fingers do the walking.
Yes.
All right, so now the other thing is mind over matter.
Yes.
We psych ourselves into stuff and we don't even know when we're doing it.
Absolutely.
And we psych ourselves out of stuff when we don't even know that we're doing it. Mm-hmm. And you were talking about hypnotherapy and working with people and getting them in a position, mental frame of mind where they feel positive and they can move forward. How does that work?
Well, if I may give a little background, about 7, maybe almost 10 years ago, I felt as though hypnosis was a very important part of, it should be, of everybody's life, in as much as understanding the architecture of how it works. And when you're psyching yourself out or psyching in, out, call it what you will, we all have associations. A lot of people may not know that our unconscious mind is where we pretty much store all our good and bad memories alike. Mm-hmm. And that's 88% of our mind. And this is scientifically proven. And then 12% is our conscious mind. And that pretty much is our willpower and drive to do stuff. Mm-hmm. So what happens is we have the critical faculty, which is it pretty much splits down the middle between the subconscious mind. Well, not in the middle, in this case being 88%, but it pretty much delineates. It's the gatekeeper, so to speak, and it's developed from the womb until 8 years old. And what this is your limbic system. This is your voice that you may hear in your head. Mm-hmm. That little voice, and I tell people, my clients, I say, you may not want to listen to it all the time because it's 8 years old. But what happens is where hypnosis makes a big difference is when you want to psych yourself out in the gym or you want to kind of get in and out and you just don't have what it takes. What's happening is your mind's telling you it's making associations, and we associate things visually, auditorily rather, with our ears, kinesthetically with our touch, and olfactorily with our smell. So a good example is you smell cookies and you think right away, it takes you back to when your grandma or perhaps your mom's making. Same thing when we see things. It's somebody that we don't know. And you're like, why do I not like this person? There's something about this person that creeps me out, or what? Well, this could be somebody that was in your family many years ago that your subconscious mind's trapped.
You associate with it.
Make those associations, right? So I felt as though when I started to learn how hypnosis works, and I said, it's fascinating because people are so caught up with television and reality series. They're living vicariously through Kim Kardashian and other people, which is quite remarkable to me. Yeah. I said, I'm going to apply this to working out very early on, and it really helped me. It energized me. I have a pre-talk I do. I change the context of what I'm going to, I kind of what they call future pace before I work out. Okay, this is what I'm going to do in my mind. It can be very quick. It doesn't have, it's real arbitrary. But what happens is your mind is a muscle also. So it develops and it has that pattern recognition. And when you go in, that's why I've been able to lift a lot more weight, do a lot of things. And I've helped quite a few people with the same thing where it's...
So basically you have a preconceived idea of what you're going to be doing.
Right.
You have a visual in your head that this is what I'm going to do in the gym and that's what I'm going to do.
Right. And maybe, as crazy it may sound, I don't want to hear the music they're playing. I'll play my music. It's just little things like that, because it all comes down to a distraction to get down into your unconscious mind, get that right association.
No, I understand that. I always think about my workout the night before, what I'm going to do the next day, and then I go and do it, unless something's being used I can't get to.
Sure.
But the music in the gym, people say, oh, I hate this music. I don't hear it.
That's good. You know how to tune it out.
I tune it out. I don't hear it.
You're focused.
When I trained with Joe Gold back at his gym, music wasn't allowed.
Right.
And it had that dead silence, and I didn't like that either. But I mean, I don't mind a little beat going on for rhythm.
Sure.
And people say, oh, can't they change this? Well, what are you listening to that for? You're supposed to be training, you know?
Right.
So if you tune your mind into what you really want to do, you won't hear any outside confusion, because I can do that. The other thing about your subconscious and about the other side of you is when you talk yourself into something, it may be positive or negative, which you just mentioned. I was in bed last night and I had trouble breathing, and I kept taking deep breaths. You know how you take them and you get over that hump, and then you got to take another one and think, gee, what's wrong? I'd have to keep trying to breathe.
Sure.
I had that when I had pneumonia, and my oxygen level was down to 76, which was really low.
Wow.
So I thought, man, I hope I don't get this again. So when the nurse came this morning for my leg, I said, first of all, my blood pressure was 120 over 79 is perfect.
Yeah, that's right.
So I said, check my oxygen. So she checked it, and it was 99. So that actually relieved me of anything, because it's laying in bed and having this, you start to think worse, and then you start to get worse because in your mind it's playing a trick on you.
Right, and it augments. We all have the ability to edit, be our own editors in our mind and our bodies accordingly, and we're able to communicate with our bodies. And once we know this formula, and it's simple tricks, I mean, it makes a huge difference.
It does. And you go to the gym, and I know people go to the gym, first thing they do is start talking.
I do a lot of that.
But you work out hard.
I try to make up for it, but yes, I'm a candidate.
I can't be antisocial. People know me.
Right,
they want to talk to me when I walk in the gym, and I say hello and this and that. But I don't stop and sit down and get in the conversations, because I'm there to work out.
Right.
You want to talk to me after my workout, that's better.
Right.
But I'm focused, and I go in and I do what I got to do. And people say, don't you ever get tired of it? Nope. I never once ever got tired of working out.
No, well, look at how long you've been doing it.
I get tired of eating a certain way,
right?
Because the food tastes boring. And I asked my ex-wife, who's going to come on my show, she's a dietitian, why is some of this food doesn't taste salty anymore? It just tastes bland. She says, because you're getting older, and people, when they get older, their taste buds change. And I didn't know that.
I've heard something about that.
Yeah, I didn't know. She's going to come on and talk about this. She's pretty smart.
Right.
So I do notice I went out somewhere to eat, and the food just didn't have any flavor. There's like no salt. I don't use salt, but maybe it is my taste buds.
Right.
They do change.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's you and the legacy, of course, you've left behind with Albert Beckles and all that. I mean, you guys are basically you epitomize working out, the epitome of working out and good health and image. I think that is so important. You've embodied it for so many years, so it's like you can't stop yourself from doing it.
You know what Albert's idea of cheating is?
What?
Eating rice.
I believe
he told me once.
Did he?
When I cheat, I eat rice. That's like an everyday meal for me.
Yeah.
So you're going to start your own website?
Yes.
I mean, and YouTube.
YouTube. I'd like to start. Want to kind of convey my message. I want to try to reach out to other people and help, because I do enjoy helping people, and a lot of people know who have trepidations of seeing a hypnotherapist or a clinical hypnotherapist. Need to know that it's all about rapport. It's all about, like we're here sitting and talking, it's all about comfort and knowing your place and where you want to be and where you want to go. And I feel that a lot of people, the great example is I've had people I've worked with where they'll come in, they don't want to smoke anymore, smoking cessation, and they'll say, well, my wife wanted me to come in here. Well, I'm sorry, but I can't help you. Because he's doing it for his wife. He's not doing it for himself. So it's what we call threshold experience. There's something that we really want to change in our life. We really want to do it. It's going to work, and it's very effective.
I used to work for a gym up north, and we had contracts, and I'd try to sell them a contract. That was my job. And the guy would look at it, he said, well, I have to ask my wife first. I said, what, your wife makes your decisions?
Right.
You can't think on your own. You're going to have a woman tell you if you can go to the gym or not?
Right.
That would never work for me at all.
Exactly.
And how many people say, "Oh, I just can't get out of bed in the morning to get motivated"? You got to get out of bed and get motivated. What you do is you stand up and you go. This morning I got up. It was like 7 o'clock, and I thought, "No, I'll stay in bed until 8:30. Nurses coming." No, I waited until 7:30, and I got up at 7:30. Got everything done around the house and ready to go. And I feel much better for doing it.
Yeah, machine. It's good.
The more you lay there and think about it, the less you want to do.
That's true. And you get, again, that self-talk, that limbic, that voice in there, hey, you know, maybe you want to just stay here for a couple of more minutes. And it's like, I don't want to do that.
And if you can't motivate yourself, if you go to, I like to work out by myself. I don't need a training partner, although I've had plenty.
Right.
And most of them don't show up.
Yes.
But if you can do it, you get a training partner to help guide you through your reps and sets and push you a little bit, because it does help.
Yes. It does, and it's good. And if there's a good synergy, that's again even better. You feel like you both have accomplished something, and it's good. I'm all about that. I train alone because I kind of train heavy.
It just works better.
Right.
You know, I go from set to set without somebody taking their time in between installing me. It's kind of always been like that. I mean, I've worked out with some girlfriends, and some of them, they do pretty good. I mean, they hang in there. I used to train with Bill Grant, who I really liked, and I trained with Arnold, of course, and I trained with Draper and everybody else. But Bill was like a really good training partner. We do 4 days a week, but a lot of times he wouldn't show up.
Really?
And I'm sitting there waiting for him, and he'd go off somewhere else. I don't know, some chick would call him, and he'd be gone. But when he did show up, we had great workouts, and he's still in great shape. So if people want to reach you, where can they? You're on the internet where someone can
I'm
find
on the internet, or they could call me, and we could get a link up. I mean, if you want. I can be reached. I don't know if I should give you my number or what I should do here.
You have a link?
I have a link that I'm starting. I haven't completely finished the website, but I do have an email. It's reframesolutions@gmail.com.
Okay, we'll put that up there.
Right, and that's where a lot of my clients are able to reach me. I used to work out of the clinic out at HMI Hypnovation Institute out in Reseda, where I graduated, and that worked out really well. But I'm actually doing a lot of in-home stuff where people feel comfortable.
And what's the email again?
It's reframesolutions@gmail.com.
Okay, so you guys want to contact Clark, there's the way to do it. And we'll see where it goes from there. And then when you get ready to do your YouTube, I'll help you.
And I can't thank you enough.
Thank you guys for watching Rick's Corner. Clark, thank you for being here.
Thank you for
I also have an HMI. I don't know if you knew this.
No,
I told this girl that I met on the phone, and she says, "I really want to see you." I said, "Well, do you like Dr. Rick's HMI?" Now, don't get crazy, you guys, but she says, "What is HMI?" I said, "That is Dr. Rick's hot meat injection."
Oh, yes. It's an acronym for something.
She says, "Oh my God, what am I going to do with you?" See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code DRASIN12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin. Personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world. And I'm the guy that drew it. And I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interests as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.